what have we learned? I learned to get used to being uncomfortable. I also learned to think slow and not let my lizard brain take over.
What have we learned in ELP? Kidding, of course. A sense of humor. A sense of humor in the proper situation can get you through anything, including a difficult situation, to lighten the mood and have a more positive outcome.
One of the many things I learned in this program is that a leader is always on stage. And based on your audience, a leader has to decide which character needs to be downstage, upstage, or backstage. And sometimes a leader may need to break into Rarig and shoot a video of a stage.
I learned that in order to grow as a leader, I need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, to put myself out there and do things that I'm not used to doing.
One of the things that I've learned from ELP is that leaders are always being observed. Your presence matters, your attitude matters, and your actions matter at all times.
I learned that to be a respected leader, one must have courage, curiosity, and self-awareness. By being more self-aware of how my actions can impact others, I'm able to communicate more effectively with my peers, my customers, and other leaders at the university.
One of the things I learned during our ELP journey was the importance of mental models and of being self-aware. I realized that the mindset you take into a discussion or a situation plays an enormous role in how that situation turns out. So it's really important to stay aware of what our mental models are and how they might be influencing the things we say or do.
I've learned the importance of reflection, to take a little time every day and step back. Think about what it is I'm doing and am I still on the right path?
In ELP, I've learned to look outward rather than inward when I need help. I now rely on help from my team, from my college, my campus, my university, my conference, and beyond. They all play a role in my leadership journey and in the mission of the University of Minnesota.
I have learned in ELP that in this crazy busy world we work in, that I need to be intentional about building relationships. I need to take the time to initiate conversations, to look people in the eye, and call them by name. Just stopping by to say hello to them. It's amazing how those little things can mean so much to everybody that we work with each day.
I've learned to listen to and value the perspectives of others.
I have learned the importance of asking questions. By practicing asking deep, open-ended questions over the past 6 months, I have experienced increased understanding, improved relationships, and have been open to new ideas.
What I've learned in ELP is that I need to be more intentional with the people around me. I need to be more present in the moment with them, and I need to really focus on active listening. I need to ask for feedback, and I need to be willing to provide it.
So one thing I learned is that feedback is a gift, whether this is giving it to people or asking people to give feedback to me.
What I've learned in ELP is that leadership happens in conversations. Our work, our relationships, and our lives succeed or fail in one conversation at a time. And that's a quote from Susan Scott.
Most useful things I learned is that when preparing for a difficult conversation, it's best to give the person you're going to talk to a heads up about what exactly you'd like to speak to them about.
One thing I've found particularly valuable is the role of emotional intelligence in relationship building and conflict management. And I think it's something that's so imperative to strong leaders. And it's something that I want to continue working on as I look down my own relationship path in the future.
One thing I learned in ELP is to hone your leadership styles. And having more than 3 in your pocket is really helpful. Knowing your audience is really helpful in determining which leadership style that you should use, and it's been really, really helpful so far.
Leaders program, I've learned things that have made me a better engineer. I've learned that political constraints are just another kind of requirement. And I've learned that if you want someone to do something, they need both the skill and the will to get it done. And I've learned about tenure. This helps me understand people who are on that journey.
We learned 2 words that can help keep the energy of a conversation going. Yes, and?
What we learned that everyone has different tolerances for change. Using a tool like the 5 Ps, purpose, picture, plan, heart, and practice can help people navigate through change for a successful outcome.